Guys, I have to tell you something. I must confess. I messed up. So yeah, we're starting off the podcast on a sad note. Last week's podcast.
Your dog died?
No, it died last year.
Oh, okay.
No, last week's podcast. It was the 41st podcast. However, it was not the 41st podcast. I got because of the week we skipped. And so I said 41st podcast when it was in actuality the 40th podcast.
All right, that's it. I quit.
Completely understandable. Yeah, there he goes. I figured I had to tell you guys. More importantly, I had to tell the fans. I had to come clean and let everyone know. So now, with that, this is the actual 41st episode of the Post Pro podcast.
Shout out Don Cobb, baby.
Shout out Don Cobb. So with that, let's hop into the movie news.
Wait. What if Noah's Don Cobb? Noah wasn't on the tenant discussion.
It's true.
No, I wasn't.
Oh! Investigate this.
Noah, are you Don Cobb?
We figured it out. The greatest mystery of the podcast. Don Cobb was Noah all along.
Dude.
I mean, no comment, I guess. You know?
No comment?
At this time, at least.
Interesting.
That's really interesting.
So, movie news. Did you guys see that Avatar has taken over box office with Avengers Endgame?
China, baby.
What'd you say?
China?
China, because they re-released Avatar in China.
They re-released Avatar, yeah. Avatar is the king once again. Now Disney's probably like, well, we gotta re-release Endgame.
They're gonna be like, come back to the theaters and watch Endgame in 4K HD, Adobe Theater, IMAX, 3D.
All that in one.
Directed by Christopher Nolan this time.
With a foreword by Christopher Nolan.
Oh, with a oh my god.
No, it would be.
Hello, I'm Christopher Nolan. I'd like to tell you guys how much I love Avengers Endgame.
No. And commentary by Martin Scorsese.
Yep, there we go. That's what I was gonna say.
There you go. Yeah.
It's like, guys, we're releasing Endgame in theaters with a foreword and commentary by the greatest director of all time, Martin Scorsese, who's a huge fan of our Marvel movies, and he wanted to do it for free. That'd be. I'd go watch that.
I'd go watch it too. Yeah. I'd watch it multiple times.
Like when
I'd watch it more times than I've actually seen it.
When there's the shot of all the females on screen, Martin Scorsese's commentary, he goes, "That's a nice shot."
That's it. That's all that needs to be said.
Like he barely talks during the whole movie. He only comments on certain things. He'll go, "This reminds me of the time that I was filming Gangs in New York."
And doesn't elaborate on it at all.
Mm-hmm. Just random commentary. Any movie news, guys? Because honestly, I couldn't really.
Other than that, anything. Oscar nominations came out.
Oh yes, that's right. We have to talk about Oscar nominations. I totally forgot about that. Well, time to pull them up.
Yeah. I actually have them pulled up. I could share my.
I got them right here, baby. Oh boy! All right, let's make our predictions. We'll go down the list.
Make predictions.
Yeah, we gotta.
Well, we don't have to make predictions.
No.
We just talk about.
No. I'm making predictions one by one.
Sebastian, I feel like we should have an episode dedicated before the Oscars comes out too.
No, we're gonna do it right now, right here.
Okay, fine.
Sebastian doesn't want to go work.
All right, here we go. Actor in a leading role.
Riz Ahmed did get nominated.
Yeah.
Which is honestly today.
I have a feeling with the recent Atlanta tragedy, it could be like, all right, Steven, here you go.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't hear about it? We won't talk. That's a sad topic we won't get into. But there was a mass shooting in Atlanta where a white man targeted a whole bunch of Asian ladies and killed them all in this spa.
Oh no, there's no way this actor in a leader role is going to Chadwick Boseman. I feel that's a given.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know. I'm calling Steven, dude. I'm
I'm
putting
not
my
like
bet on
100%
Steven.
set on it, but
I'm putting Steven. After what just happened and all the hashtags of Stop Asian Hate, they're gonna give it to Steven Yeun. 100%.
I don't think so. I don't think
All right,
so.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't even think Steven Yeun really deserved a nomination for that.
I haven't seen it, but I'm locking in. I'm putting Steven as my pick for that one.
All right, well, there you go, Sebastian. How about actor supporting role?
Lakeith Stanfield.
Really? Over Daniel Kaluuya?
either
Yeah,
way.
going Lakeith Stanfield. Actually, wait. Why'd they nominate both of them?
It,
They were
doesn't
both
make any
good at it.
sense.
But they're not
It's weird, like-
supporting.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can't say
Wait,
both
that's
of them
why.
as-
Wait, that's why I didn't even see Daniel Kaluuya. Wait, yeah, Daniel Kaluuya. But why is Lakeith Stanfield nominated? They both. What?
I'm honestly confused why Judas and the Black Messiah got nominated at all, because it came out this year.
Well,
Yeah,
it
sure.
met
So did
the
the
cutoff.
eligibility window.
It met the it met the
There was a
cutoff.
cutoff? Okay.
They do that for like January, like February films sometimes. But also, why are they both nominated in this category? Because I would say
Yeah, I don't know.
Lakeith Stanfield was.
Yes. No, it's just it's category confusion, which happens like every year, pretty much.
That one's just really confusing because I don't know. Okay, well, Daniel Kaluuya for sure for
Daniel
that.
Kaluuya. Although I would like, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen.
Paul
Racy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like his
Paul
performance.
Racy was really good too, but
Yeah, he was good.
I don't know. Daniel Kaluuya was really awesome. Oh man, oof! This is a.
It's probably McDormand, right?
I would say McDormand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really liked Viola Davis in Ma Rainey's. I'm gonna say honestly, she was really good in that movie.
Yeah, but I'm saying McDormand's probably going to win.
Yeah, she's probably gonna win it. Also, I heard Carey Mulligan was pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to win though, but maybe.
Yeah, because I still have yet to see that movie, so
Yeah. I'm saying McDormand.
probably McDormand, but I'd like to see Viola Davis get it.
Or a bit of love.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh man. I'm just gonna say Maria, just because she's like the only person I've seen out of this category. I'm gonna be quite honest.
I feel like Olivia Colman has a really good chance.
Yes, I've heard
Because she's
really
won
good.
like every, like for the past few years.
I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm not going to try and fear butchering it, but the grandma from Minari was very, very good.
Yeah,
So, you can see it.
I agree. Did you guys like see when they were announcing the nominees? They said the entire title for the board
Oh, yeah, for
See,
Borat.
every single
And
time.
every single writer for
It was ridiculous. Yeah,
That's pretty
it was
funny.
so stupid.
I think that's honestly kind of like a nice little like troll for Borat, because I feel like
All right, Shaun the Sheep, the movie from again. Go on. Go on.
no,
It's gonna be Soul.
It's gonna be Soul.
It's gonna be
I
Soul.
mean,
Yeah, easily.
There's no shot. It's Onward. I'm just saying, no shot.
I watched
Cinematography.
enough, but Nomadland's cinematography was fucking.
I haven't seen.
I feel
it,
like
so I
I
can't
feel like
say.
Mank. I feel like Mank will pull this one off.
Yeah, I was
This
just
way
about to
probably
say.
choice.
I was just about to say Mank had pretty nice cinematography. Judas and Black Messiah was pretty bland, quite honestly. It was nice. It was
I
fine.
disagree. I don't think it was.
Well, no, I mean it wasn't bland. It wasn't like
I wouldn't say it was my favorite of the year.
no, for sure.
Yeah,
no, but it was nice. It
not
was
maybe
competent.
like Oscar worthy. Yeah.
No, I wasn't say it was Oscar. It's fine. It's not like
All right.
costume design. Yeah, I was just literally about to say that.
Wait, what were you saying?
Ma Rainey, costume design.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes.
I feel like Emma could pull an upset here.
Mulan too. Honestly.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Like Mulan. I mean, from what I've seen, had some pretty cool costumes.
Do you think it could win though? I don't know.
I don't. It's Disney. You never know.
That's true.
Maybe.
All right.
Pinocchio won.
Yeah. Directing.
Directing.
Oh Jesus.
I was surprised to see that Thomas Vinterberg got
Yeah.
a nominee here. That was kind of cool, even though I haven't seen the movie. But
I have a feeling there's gonna be David Fincher. All right, let's give it to David Fincher.
no, I don't think he's gonna win. I feel like it's gonna go to Chloe.
Oh yeah, it's either. I feel like it's Chloe Zhao, but I feel like
I
Lee
think so,
Isaac
too.
Chung has a good chance too. I mean, they're both well directed, very well directed.
I thought
was like swept at every other one, so I feel like she's got a good chance here.
I thought
Yeah.
Mank for Fincher was like one of his weakest directing points in his career so far. So
I would agree.
See.
Documentary. Who cares? Editing?
I care. I care about
Do
documentaries.
you know any? Yeah. Do you know any of these movies, Sebastian?
I do.
How many have you seen?
I only know of one.
Well, I've heard about 3 of them.
I mean, I know some of them, but like I haven't.
Time I was interested in seeing, but I haven't seen it.
Wait,
And by the way, also, I'm so mad. Tell
me that's the Collin Quinn I'm thinking about.
Dude, if it is, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
Anyway, why is Feels Good Man not nominated for Best Documentary? Okay, because it deserves Best Documentary. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. A documentary short, like...
I haven't seen any of those.
Exactly.
I haven't read any of them. Film editing, here we go. I don't know, I think Sound of Metal, actually.
In terms of like film editing, I don't know.
Oh, editing?
I feel like I haven't seen Promising Young Woman or The Father, but I don't know. Trial of Chicago 7 should not be on here. I don't even think Nomadland really.
I don't know. I think Sound of Metal was pretty well edited. I don't know. That's my pick for that one.
I think it was fine though. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen Promising Young Woman, but
what do you think, Noah? Because I think you're the only person here that has seen Promising Young Woman.
For like below the line I don't know. All of these are like Best Picture nominees, so I don't think it actually matters which one has the best editing. I just think it kind of ends up how the votes turn out. Like if any of these had like interesting, editing, which Promising Young Woman like sort of does, but I don't think enough to.
I gotta say,
guarantee it to win, right?
Just going through this list, this is definitely like the worst Oscars. I thought 20. What was it, Colin? What was the really bad year that
2018 was pretty bad.
2018 was pretty bad too, because Black Panther got nominated for Best Picture, which was just absurd.
So did
Sebastian. It's not that Collin.
It's not that Colin. Okay.
I'm so sad.
I was gonna say that would have been hilarious because I would have watched it. I would have watched it like right away. I would have got off the podcast and watched it.
I feel like international, another round has a pretty good chance because
I
don't even really know the other.
Same attention.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any of these.
I've heard of the Covatus Ida or whatever, but
yeah.
Makeup, hairstyling.
Oh, that one's Marini, right? I mean, Mank.
But I don't know. For makeup, they often give it to like weird stuff like Hillbilly Elegy or Mank. Not necessarily for costuming, but for
maybe Pinocchio. Maybe Pinocchio could pull an upset here. That'd be kind of cool. I would be down for Pinocchio to win.
It'd just be like Suicide Squad Oscar winner,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, original score. It's gonna go to Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
The Five Bloods, baby. The Five Bloods. I'm kidding. No, definitely, dude. Fucking Trent Reznor, bro. Dude, that score is phenomenal. I don't know if you've listened to it on its own, but dude, it's like
Which one?
So amazing. The Soul.
Soul.
Dude, Trent Reznor's score is amazing because his elements of the movie are more electronic a little bit, and then John Batiste's score is like the jazz and how it complements each other, and there's certain tracks that both of the music combines together. It's fucking awesome. It's such a great score.
I
feel like
there's no shot it doesn't win. There's no shot it doesn't win.
I think there's a shot.
No, I'm telling you, dude. That's fucking dude. No.
I agree with you. I think Soul will probably win.
Locked in for Soul. There's no way it loses.
Okay, let's just move on then. Original song, I don't really care.
Let me see. I actually don't know any of these except the Speak Now song.
I should know.
I feel like it more often has to do with who actually performed it than the the movie. So I think it might go to Diane Warren. I don't know.
I think it's probably gonna go One Night in Miami. We'll see. Anyway, interesting. Whatever.
Yeah, that could be a good pick. I don't know. All right, best picture, the big one.
Oh man. Okay, this is a.
I have no opinion until I've seen everything, so I got to watch The Father and Promising Young Woman until I can make a prediction.
Exactly. So I haven't seen Minari. I have not seen Nomadland. I haven't seen Promising Young Woman. I've only seen Sound of Metal.
Minari and Nomadland are two front runners too.
Yeah, I'd feel honestly. I mean, I'm locking in Judas and Black Messiah just because it's the only one I've seen so far that I've thoroughly enjoyed. So I think it deserves it, but I haven't seen Minari, so
definitely need to watch the rest of them. But say Nomadland. There's a lot of old people that vote for the Oscars.
Yeah, I feel like Nomadland's
possibility. Mank too.
I feel like Minari too, but it's difficult because I don't know, like Parasite just won, so they might not be like, well, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, you remember Trump? Remember Trump? What he said? He was like, "If there's a foreign film that wins Best Picture again, we can't do that. This is America." So you know, there might be some people mad about that still.
Oh, I mean, Minari's not even like a foreign movie.
Well, you get my point.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's not like
I don't think
people care.
Sound of Metal got a nomination, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I think. Production design.
Ma Rainey.
I was glad that Tenet got a nomination here.
Yeah, but I mean, for set design, I don't know. I really like Ma Rainey for that. Has some really cool set design.
I feel like this will probably go to Mank.
Or Mank. That's true.
Makes sense.
Yeah. No. Ma Rainey should. I feel like my pull out.
I feel like Mank is going to be one of those who got nominated for a lot, but isn't going to win a lot, and this might be one of them that just kind of give.
Well, or it's going to be the opposite. It's going to like win everything, you know.
Or maybe, yeah. You never know.
Just because the old people at the Oscars are like, oh yes, David Fincher. I know David Fincher.
All right, sound.
Sound of Metal.
Oh, Sound of Metal.
Sound of Metal, easily, yeah. I mean,
if it doesn't win, I'll be surprised. Because it has great sound editing. I mean, it's true.
In the
title. It really does. It's in the title. We have to give it to visual effects.
Tenet.
I'm hoping Tenet gets it. I mean, yeah, compared to everything else.
There's some insane fucking visual effects in Tenet. I mean, it's true. I mean, technically,
if Tenet does not win visual effects,
Ivan got a nomination.
Technically, I mean, the plane is a visual effect, so I mean.
All right, adapted screenplay.
Fucking Borat. No, it's One Night in Miami. One Night in Miami. That's my pick for that one.
Oh,
Nomadland could. Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna give that to One Night in Miami.
They might though. Yeah, it's one of those situations where I feel like Nomadland's gonna win a lot, so they might give it to something else.
Yeah, I feel like if Nomadland wins best picture, then they give it to something else too.
Yeah, that's what usually happens. I feel like One Night in Miami is going to get snubbed for a lot of shit because it's honestly like a really well-written movie. So I feel like it's probably going to get that.
Well, yeah, we'll see. That'll be an interesting one. Original screenplay, as much as I hate to say it, I think it's going to be Trial of Chicago 7.
Or Judas, which are definitely the two worst screenplays here. Man.
Yeah, I don't really have any input.
Yeah, I mean...
I just feel like they're like, oh, Aaron Sorkin, yes.
Yeah.
You know.
Has he won an Oscar yet?
The Social Network had to.
Oh.
Right?
No,
it might not have.
It got like super snubbed on everything though.
I think it might have won original screenplay.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say for screenplay. Come on. Well, and it was adapted, which makes it easier.
They won for A Few Good Men for a second. So, but there's a TV movie. Oh, what the fuck is this?
Oh no, yeah, I don't have much input on this.
I feel like it's going to be Trial of Chicago 7 probably, but doesn't really deserve it.
Anyway, Oscars predictions. There we go.
Oscar predictions. There we go.
Wasn't too hard.
Talk about what we watched.
Unless anyone had any news. Noah, did you say you had?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so this is just like very brief. Mission Impossible 7 casts Carrie Elwes, Indira Varma, who actually I'm not super familiar with, and then Rob Delaney. I don't know, all of which seem like kind of fun additions, although we don't really know a lot about any of them.
Right, yeah.
Just thought that was fun.
Cool.
The Green Knight is getting released in the summer, supposedly, so that's good news at least.
Nice.
Zack Snyder gave out that interview where he said he likes First Cow and it was one of his favorite movies of the year or whatever. So hey, Zack Snyder's number one fan now.
First Cow definitely like cinematography, at least.
I was surprised they didn't get nominated for something.
Yeah, First Cow was fantastic.
Oh,
yeah, it's great.
I actually do have a couple things. I lied.
All right.
I have a huge thing. I never thought this was going to happen. Disney Plus is getting bigger. Disney Plus just overtook, I think, 100 million subscribers or some shit, like something insane like that. But whatever. Speaking of Disney Plus, all the Ewok movies. I always butcher this guy's name. Tarkovsky's Clone Wars, the original 2004 animation, is coming to Disney Plus, and then the animated part of the Star Wars Christmas special is coming to Disney Plus as well. So that I just never thought I would see that. Fucking Disney acknowledged the Christmas special, other than the Lego movie. But anyway, also that Ryan Gosling movie, The Gray Man, is going to be filming in Prague. I thought that was interesting enough. I don't know if we mentioned last week about the Book of the Gucci movie. No, the Gucci movie. Did we move?
Oh yeah, we did.
We did. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's what I thought. And yeah, nothing really else other than the Oscar noms, which just went over. Got a new Candyman poster. Nothing really going on right now. And then, of course, as you can see in my background, today we're filming this. Snyder Cut has come out. So pretty hyped day for all of the DC fans around the world. So I'll talk about that later, of course, because I did a little Zack Snyder marathon myself. So.
Alrighty, with that, I think we'll move on to.
Wait. We didn't get to my most important part. So there's a link in the chat which you all need to open.
MoviePass Ventures.
Oh, what?
What the fuck is this? They're back? No shot.
3 days, 20 hours?
I don't think they're back. I think this is a weird glitch. But I first saw it like 3 days ago, and it was like still 6 days. And they haven't like taken it down or fixed it. Although, I mean, like, I don't know, would they even have anybody like who could take it down? Like, if anybody at MoviePass noticed, is anybody on the
There's a contact. There's a contact thing. I click the link and it sends me to an email that I can email.
Yeah, but that they definitely haven't changed that, right? Since they shut down whenever.
I can't have Real Unlimited. I'll take my MoviePass back. Let's go.
MoviePass making the comeback. Here they come, 2021.
So we're gonna have to figure out what happens in approximately 4 days. Probably not,
exciting.
But
that is exciting. Yeah, we should definitely keep up with that.
Last thing to note, and before we move on, this is actually kind of interesting to think about in terms of movie theaters and going forward. So this is a new. This is from Variety. Streaming service subscriptions surpasses 1 billion. So that's an overarching with like every streaming service. It's reached 1 billion subscriptions overall as the global box office craters. Yeah, that's interesting thinking about the future of movie theaters. We've talked about this many times on the podcast, but I wonder what is going to happen to the movie theaters because as more and more people would rather sit at their homes and watch Zack Snyder's Justice League on their TV. I mean, I know it didn't get a theatrical release, but you get my point. It's just kind of interesting to think about what is going to happen in the next 5 years with all this said and done. So it's not looking good for movie theaters is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I guess we'll see. MoviePass could save us.
Yeah, dude.
You never know. I mean,
yeah, they're going to be like, dude, I don't know what the hell that. Thank you, Noah, for that. I didn't even.
That's awesome.
I didn't even know that they had rebooted the website. Alrighty, wow, shit.
All right, so yeah, what we watched. I'll go ahead and start it off. Why not?
You go in there, Collin.
I will. All right, so we started off the week. Thomas and I went and watched Minari. I thought it was good. It's a nice, sweet, simple little movie. It didn't really hit me like it did many others, kind of like how Nomadland has been received. It looks really good, though. I really like the performances. The son and the grandma steal a show. They really steal a show in the movie. I mean, that's a given. And it was a lot funnier than I was expecting it to be, which was quite a surprise. The ending was a little lackluster for me. I felt a little too abrupt, like there wasn't a lot there, but I think it's a movie I'd like to revisit down the road, like Nomadland again sometime. Then I've made it, guys. So I've finished up my DC animation marathon.
Yes, you did.
There are a couple others that are out there, but I might just watch those years from now. Who knows? I watched Superman Red Sun, and it's about what would happen if Superman grew up in Soviet Russia. It has a pretty cool concept and it's pretty interesting. The movie was a lot better in the second half. First half kind of took a bit to get used to. The accents are they're not good. They're not good. They take a while to get used to, but I really like the stuff once it really kicked into full swing. Like the Batman stuff especially was pretty cool. I like how Wonder Woman was implemented, and just the themes and politics to deal with is pretty interesting. And so then I finally made it. I watched Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War. It was a really nice ending to this New 52 continuity they had. It was really dark. There was a lot of crazy violence. I mean, it was rated R. Like Raven says the F word, and I was like, oh my God, this is insane. I really liked what they did with all the characters, all the arcs, and the full circle ending was pretty fun. Downside was being like the last film in this continuity, it kind of held the responsibility for all the other like subplots and teases and setups the other films made. Lots of them which were just kind of, you never like heard about them again. I guess they were planning on making other movies and then those fell through or whatever. But there's a lot of setup throughout this series that's just never explained or never touched on. Lots of characters don't return too, which was kind of disappointing. But overall, I enjoyed it. And then we continuing the Fast and Furious franchise series with the boys, Fast 5.
Yep.
Definitely the best action thus far. I mean, I think it goes without saying it was really impressive set pieces, crazy stunt work, and it was fun. I still feel like it's going to be my second favorite. I feel like nothing has lived up to just the pure, silly fun and like 2000s cheese of the first film, which
I just don't honestly get it, but by all means.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Just my opinion, but I felt like the smaller scope of that first one just kind of worked for me, and like the actual like the racing of it. This, it's obviously turning into more of like heists and government action stuff, which is fine. This definitely wasn't bad.
It also had some pretty cool fucking effects and stunts, which is surprising because I mean the other ones have some okay stunts, but this one had like a couple. Me and Collin were like, "Wow, that's pretty big budget."
Oh yeah. I mean the finale like chase through the streets with the two cars and the safe. Wild. Yeah, that was wild.
And then the cars crushing against the safe and cars flipping over the bridge. Like, I mean, a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It must have been insane to direct that. I can't even imagine. So after that, I watched my first Gus Van Sant film called Paranoid Park. I haven't seen Good Will Hunting, believe it or not. This was pretty bad. It was just boring, long. It was really uninteresting.
Then you might not like Good Will Hunting.
I don't know. I mean, of course I haven't seen it, but this was just structurally it was all over the place. Felt disjointed, very unnecessary in how it told its story. The writing was pretty bad. The acting was really bad. I just really did not like it. It was just a chore to sit through. And the ending was pretty awful. After that, Dress to Kill, continuing Brian De Palma movies in class. I'm at the point where I've realized I don't like De Palma's writing. He's not a good writer, in my opinion. And the acting in his movies are like always not good. I don't think he's a good director, but they always look nice. His movies look great. So I have to give him that. But this had an interesting premise, but the narrative itself was just chock full of stupid plot holes and just awful character decisions. And there's a reveal that happens and it's completely glossed over. There's like nothing to it. And then it ends and you're just like, what? Why? But
wow, it sounds like something else we watched this week.
Yeah, which brings me to Chaos Walking. Sebastian and I went and watched Chaos Walking. And I have to admit, 3/4 of the way through the movie, Sebastian and I looked at each other. We were like, this isn't as bad as we we thought it was going to be at all. It takes a while to get into it because its main plot device is rather, it could have gone really wrong. Let's just say that. It does get a little repetitive and annoying at times. The whole concept of noise, like this planet makes men's thoughts, like you can see them and they're audible to everyone. So you just hear like Tom Holland telling himself, I am Todd Hewitt. I am Todd Hewitt. It's so hilarious. It's so
but fun. Saying it out loud, it sounds really bad, but like when you actually watch it, it's not like completely awful.
Yeah, it started out a little rough, but then once we got used to it, we're like, okay, this isn't as poorly done as it could have been. But the last 10 minutes of the movie are just terrible. It's just terrible. It's like they literally like had one day left of shooting and the script was just not finished and they said, well, we got to end this somehow.
Yeah, just wrap it up, guys. Our budget's coming to
wrap it up. We've already spent so much on reshoots and stuff. I mean, the ending literally, nothing is explained. It just ends.
It just ends.
It doesn't make any sense. The character decisions, what they ultimately do at the end, it's just baffling. And the way the villain goes down too was super anticlimactic. Sebastian and I talked about the movie for like an hour outside in the parking lot. And the more we talked about it, the more it just didn't make sense at all. And so honestly, had it not been for that last 10 minutes, this would have been like a 4 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, I would have given it like a, it would have been like a.
It just completely derails. And it was
the logic that they had set up. It was just like, just thrown in the garbage the last 10 minutes.
And so it really threw us. Like I said, Sebastian and I were like, what? That was weird. And then we go outside and we're like, holy crap, literally nothing makes sense now. It was terrible. It was just really bad.
Yeah, I mean, Collin was like looking at like a 1 star, and then the more he thought about it, he's like, yeah, this is a half a star.
It just, oh my God, it was crazy. You missed out, Thomas. You really missed out.
Yeah, I was so tired.
Yeah, that's what Sebastian said. He said you were like falling asleep. But and then after that, yesterday I had a Kubrick double feature, which kind of worked out nice.
Dude, I really thought you said I had a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah,
I had a Cuban sandwich, bread and Cuban seasoning. That sounds terrible. No, Kubrick double feature. I rewatched 2001: A Space Odyssey for my film history class, and it's great. I mean, it's a really good movie. Still a little bit slow and long in parts for me, but I mean, so ahead of its time in terms of visuals.
It's insane.
The visuals are incredible. They still hold up incredibly. The Stargate sequence just blows my mind every time I see it, and the Star Child finale is it's just so cool. I also love like the whenever the monolith shows up on screen, like the chants and the hymns and whatever. It's so good, so good. And then I rewatched Eyes Wide Shut to finish out that literally took up my entire day. It was like 7 hours.
Yeah, that's a lot of movie.
Yeah. But yeah, my brain was fried too. I was just like, I have a headache. I gotta sit down and watch Impractical Jokers or something.
the classic.
Yeah, exactly.
The comfort.
That was my week. Exactly. Comfort Jokers.
I had a Zack Snyder week. Basically, aside from a couple other movies, I had previously in the last podcast, I had started with Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. So this week I took a break. Start off, I was like, you know what? I'm going to revisit an old Zack Snyder classic, Dawn of the Dead, a remake of an old George A. Romero movie. I think it's pretty great. I also really like the original. But they're both very different. I like Zack Snyder's take on the mall and what he did with that. It's not perfect by any means. He doesn't really spend time on character development at all in this movie. He just kind of brushes over. He just kind of throws these people in the mall and zombies, and it's just an action movie. There's really nothing to complain about, really, because it's really not supposed to be this epic 4-hour character-driven mall zombie movie. So like, I mean, I can't complain about character development in that movie, so I just kind of brush it off. But it's got some pretty good there's some iffy CGI here and there. It's got an amazing opening sequence, probably one of my favorite horror horror movie opening sequences ever. It's fucking awesome. Very tense, very just throws you right in. Like literally the minute the movie starts, bam, you're in it. Like it's very intense opening sequence. I would definitely say it's probably Snyder's best movie. I think it still holds up. So yeah, Dawn of the Dead, pretty great. Moving on, I watched Suicide Squad. I don't really have much to say about this piece of shit. So it's awful. I hadn't seen it since it came out in the theaters back in 2016. Yeah, fuck this movie. I just don't know what to say. I think it has probably the worst editing I've ever seen in a fucking superhero movie. It's obnoxious. It has awful dialogue. It has awful characters. It has everything is awful. There's only one scene I like in this entire movie, and it's when Slipknot is told that he can he has this explosive device in him, and if he leaves or tries to leave, he'll be blown up. And he literally hears that, and he just zooms off, and he gets blown up. And that's fucking hilarious. That's the only scene in the entire movie that made me crack a smile. Everything else is dreadful. It is a dreadful film. Will Smith doesn't give a fuck. He's there for the paycheck. Everyone's there for the paycheck. The directing is awful. Jared Leto is cringe. There's so much more I could say, but I just don't want to waste my time talking about Suicide Squad. It's just awful, and it's one of the worst covers of a song I've ever heard in my entire life. Fall Out Boy's Bohemian Rhapsody is awful. The worst cover of all time. Moving on. Wonder Woman, I think I'm the only one here that really likes Wonder Woman, so I'll just say that.
I like it fine, I guess.
I like it. I think it's pretty great. It's not amazing, but I like it. This time around, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. The ending fight with Ares is pretty. It's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
It's just fucking hilarious how he's Ares and he still is a mustache twiddling fuck at the end of the movie. Like when he pulls up, like he shows up, it's like, hey, Wonder Woman, it's me, Ares. And she's like, oh, the guy that had the mustache. Oh yeah, that guy. Like,
how did I not see this coming?
Yeah, like, so anyway, besides that, I think it's fine. I still really love the No Man's Land scene. I think it's pretty excellent. Very powerful. I felt like, if anything, this movie makes me at certain points feel empowered, and Captain Marvel does not. There's so many great scenes with Wonder Woman in this movie. Like, she's a fucking badass, and like it's just so much fun to watch her kick ass. And it's not really fun to watch Captain Marvel kick ass or do anything. Because Wonder Woman is a much more likable character for me, and I just like Wonder Woman much better. So moving on from Wonder Woman, me and Collin saw Chaos Walk, and again, Collin pretty much covered everything there is to say about it. The only thing I'd like to say is Tom Holland ass. Moving on.
Heck yeah.
Moving on.
Oh,
I rewatched Aquaman. I hadn't seen Aquaman either since I originally saw it in theaters. I still think it's pretty good. I do like Wonder Woman a little bit better than Aquaman. Aquaman is just fun. There's really just nothing just really bad about it. It's just it's a little too long. It's kind of the plot that it's trying to set up in the movie. It just kind of gets just stupid at a point. You're like, I just don't fucking care. Just show me Aquaman beating people up, please. It's very strange, like really like dissecting this movie, because part of it doesn't take itself seriously at all because it knows the character's material, and yeah, it's fucking Aquaman. It's stupid. But then the other part of the movie with Ocean Master, right? Ocean Master. Whatever. Like they take that plot line so seriously, and like him being king, and it's like, dude, I don't care. Can I just see you guys fight? Like they go like super serious with that shit.
And then Black Manta's just there.
Yeah, and Black Manta's, he's like on this revenge quest because Aquaman didn't help his dad, or whatever. And
I remember when I watched it, I forgot about Black Manta. And
then he just shows up.
Oh shoot, I forgot about this guy. Why is he?
Which is kind of a shame because Aquaman and Black Manta are they're like big rivals. That's like that is the head villainy when you think of Aquaman, that's his number one arch nemesis, and he's just fucking throw him in the movie. But anyway, the movie it spends too much time trying to be serious, but then at the same time, it knows it's like it's self-aware of the material, but it still tries to force this serious tone, and it's just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And overall, the end sequence with Aquaman and the fucking sea serpent is fucking cool. That shit's cool. And then there's like an octopus with drums. Like, again, it knows it's stupid, but it goes full serious sometimes. So
Yeah.
That's why I like Wonder Woman a little bit more. But Aquaman, again, it's a fine movie. I don't really hate it. Yeah, it's fine. I watched Shazam because my mom likes it. I just didn't log it. Same thing with Eyes Wide Shut, and I think I missed logging another movie. I didn't log Fast 5 either, so I watched Fast 5. I really enjoyed Fast 5. I'll just briefly touch on that. Fast 5 had some insane action sequences. Probably my favorite one so far. Definitely 5, 3, 1 for me so far. Yeah, I thought it was the best one. Lots of cool action. Didn't take itself seriously. We're starting to get into the ridiculous Fast and Furious bullshit now, so I'm really enjoying myself. So yeah, Fast 5 was good. Shazam, I still think it's kind of hard for me to really like kind of put where I want to put Shazam, because it's kind of disconnected from the DCEU, but at the same time it's not. And again, Shazam is very self-aware. It knows the character. It knows how ridiculous it is. It knows it's a fun family movie, and it's a different change of tone for the DCEU. Again, I really like Shazam. I think I'd probably put it the same place as Wonder Woman. I think it's a fine movie. It's a lot of fun. Zachary Levi is just so charismatic. He's just he has so much energy to the role. I know Shazam 2 is in the works. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And then on a Justice League, oh my fucking god, dude. All right, so I watched Justice League last night. I have not watched Justice League since 2017. I stayed away from rewatching it because I just didn't give a fuck about it when it came out. I just didn't care. Like, I was like, oh cool, it exists. I got to see a Justice League movie. Cool. That's pretty much all I can say about this movie up until now that we have the Snyder Cut here. It's like, if this was the Justice League movie I got, and that was it, it's just a fucking dreadful piece of shit. Like, Joss Whedon, like, just his tone does not work with this movie, and there's almost nothing in this fucking movie that works. There are so many character moments that are just baffling to me. Like, it's just like the Flash. Me and Collin were talking about the other night. I thought I liked Flash. But then I rewatched. I'm like, dude, this fucking sucks. Like, Flash is just, dude, he's cringe every time he's in it. He's cringe. Like, the original scene with him being up with Batman is fucking cringe. And the way they introduced Flash, the way they introduced Cyborg, they're just there. Like, they have nothing to do for the entire fucking movie. Flash and Cyborg are just there. They simply just exist in the movie. They have nothing to do except this really cringy scene with Flash trying to save these Russian people out of this house for no reason. There's no reason for that scene to be there. This movie just is awful. It's just the CGI is horrendous. Cyborg looks fucking awful. The Henry Cavill mustache it's seriously like one of the worst CGI things. It's at this point it is iconic, but it's seriously just baffling why they didn't just why didn't he just keep the Snyder scenes and like work around them, because Snyder filmed the scenes with Cavill without the mustache, and Mr. Joss Whedon is like, you know what? Let me just we need to do a reshoot. I want to do different dialogue. Okay, dude, whatever. So yeah, Justice League, a pitiful, horrendous mess. So that brings me to my point that I was going to talk about briefly. What the fuck is Warner Brothers doing? Like, can we talk about this briefly? Like, so Warner Brothers didn't want to make Joker, right? And they didn't want it to succeed, and it becomes a $1 billion movie. And then Zack left Justice League because his daughter, tragically died. And they just shoved Joss Whedon in to just fucking do whatever, Joss. Do something. So why have Joker and Zack Snyder's cut been like the most talked about DC movies, if not just movies, in years? And they're over here just like fucking twiddling on the thumbs. Like, why do these people have jobs? Like, what are they doing? Like seriously, what are Warner Brothers doing? Like they are so out of touch with what the fans want, and like it just baffles me because Joker, pretty good movie. I haven't seen Snyder Cut yet, so I will let you all know next week what I think of it. I could hate it, I could love it. We will see, but I'm expecting it to be pretty good. I'm expecting it to be better than a fucking 1 star. I'm not expecting it 4 hours to build characters and build relationships between the members of the Justice League. There's no way in hell it's worse. And I'm just saying that. There's no shot it's worse, right? So I just wanted to say that. I just honestly just don't know why Hollywood executives even exist because they don't know what people want. Like, at least Marvel gives the fans what they want for the most part. What is like Warner Brothers doing with DC? It's like they have no fucking idea how to handle characters properly. It just pisses me off because you have some of the most iconic characters of all time and they just shit all over them and take a fat dump all over it. So Zack Snyder's cut. Zack Snyder, make me proud, please, for the love of God. I'm expecting good things. And then I watched Eyes Wide Shut.
And then I watched Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, that was a good way to,
that was a great way to end it. Yeah. Well, Sebastian, one day when you make it into the film industry, you can take over Warner Brothers.
Yeah. You'll be the Hollywood exec that cares.
It just makes me mad. Like it seriously does. Like, I mean, who is?
No, I mean I get it. It's just business,
But it's moronic. It's seriously moronic. But anyway, moving on.
All right, Noah.
Moving on, indeed. Started the week off with The Man from U.N.C.L.E., another Guy Ritchie movie that I ended up liking, which seemed few and far between.
It's very underrated. I actually like that movie a lot.
Yeah, I don't know about underrated. It's just kind of like a fun romp, but I feel like I've only ever really heard it referenced in that context. So I don't know, maybe it is, but like I said, I did like it. So pretty good. Jour de Fête or something. That's actually probably completely wrong. But anyway, it's a Jacques Tati movie. His first movie, actually, or at least his first feature-length movie, which is on the Criterion Channel. So it's sort of like a continuation, because I think he's played like basically 3 different characters across his like 10 or so movies, including like shorts that he's made. So this is like the second time he's played like the character of Postman, whatever. I don't know why I'm going into this much detail. Anyway, that's to say it's kind of fun, despite having only seen Playtime and not necessarily, any other films that would have come before it. Sisters, Brian De Palma movie. Pretty good. Honestly, Collin, you'd hate this. It's really bad.
Probably, yeah.
But it's really good, so I liked it. Society.
First, Collin, you'll hate this. It's really bad, but it's really good, so I liked it.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. I mean, coming from Noah, it makes sense, yeah.
No, but it's like a really schlocky movie where it kind of like builds to a twist. But I mean, like, the twist is obvious, so it's not even hard to say, like, you're disappointed by it. It's just like, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. But, I mean, it's fun if you, like De Palma style, as I do, most of the time, at least. Society, which, man, it's a crazy movie. It's about, well, I guess that's kind of spoilers. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. It has some very, very interesting makeup and stuff towards the end when it sort of delves into more horror territory.
I think I've seen some of the stills from this movie. Yeah. If it is what I'm thinking of, yeah, it's wild.
I mean, you can read my review and that might help you a little bit, but maybe not. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it, honestly. And it's pretty short, too. And it's like it exists in a weird sort of like Back to the Future area where it's like at once like parodying sort of your 80s teen comedies, but it also is like in some ways almost unconsciously an 80s teen comedy. I don't know, very odd. And sort of like weird Baywatch energy, I think, starring someone who like went on to be on Baywatch. So yeah, I don't know, kind of fun, but also kind of schlocky. And schlocky in a bad way, and also schlocky in a good way, I suppose. Whatever. Rewatched The Princess and the Frog, which is all right, pretty good, I guess. I mean, obviously problematic, as honestly, like half of all Disney movies are. But yeah, I don't know, it's fine. The Dead Zone, Cronenberg, Stephen King. What do you call it? Not even collaboration, really, because I don't think Stephen King actually worked on
Which
the movie
one?
at all. The Dead Zone.
I've never seen that.
I mean, it is an adaptation, yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's pretty good, I would say. Doesn't really have any body horror elements. I mean, it feels a lot more like a Stephen King movie than a Cronenberg movie, although you can definitely, I don't know. I think Cronenberg's style is strong enough that you can definitely sort of tell, he directed it. Also came out the same year as Videodrome, which is kind of odd. I mean, they're kind of similar, very like nihilistic movies in which a person not exactly loses control, but something along those lines. But, one of them is like full body horror and one of them is mental horror, but not even really horror. It's more just like a sense of dread and sort of like, the interesting questions that arise when you get this special ability that is outlined in the movie. Pretty good. Finished Twilight, which, as I mentioned, I started last week. Honestly, I think it's a little too long for it to be like really great, but the distinct style certainly propels it along. And it's a lot. It's not really like any other movie I've ever seen, which is kind of surprising. Because I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot of stuff that kind of like tries to. Although I guess I haven't really seen a lot of sort of like supernatural YA movies. Like there's also a lot of sci-fi, which is I guess more what I've seen. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty good, honestly. The Brothers Grimm. Cannot say it's pretty good, on the other hand. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is my first like sort of widely regarded bad Gilliam movie, which I feel like he has a lot of those. He's one of those guys who has like, like 8 movies in his early period, which are all like influential and highly successful and still widely, regarded as good. And then he has like 8 movies after that that are just like increasingly baffling and bad and forgotten. And this is one of them. I don't know. Honestly, not as bad as I was expecting. And for 2005, there is a surprising, I don't know how I want to phrase this. I guess like reliance on physical effects. Like it's not just complete CGI goop, which is I guess what I was kind of expecting, even though there is a lot of that. One scene in particular, which is, yeah. Anyway, High Hopes, another Mike Lee movie, which I watched, after Secrets and Lies a couple of weeks ago. Pretty good. Although very much, I mean, if you don't like Secrets and Lies, you're definitely not going to like this movie. It's a lot more diluted and sort of the same thing, mostly just conversations, a lot less like dramatic too, especially in terms of like plot points. Although I'd say it's about the same amount of like melodrama. But like even Secrets and Lies is sort of a toned down, like there was that one screaming, crying scene, but there's not a lot of that in general. And then High Hopes pretty much doesn't have any of that at all. So, not a very propulsive movie, but I think a pretty good one. Rewatched Moana, which I honestly, I don't know. I remember liking it, and then rewatching it, I'm like, man, this is not great. Especially just after rewatching a lot of like earlier movies. I don't know. There's just a lot of like Deadpool style humor that just fucking
Really? Wow.
I mean, not like a lot, but
Deadpool.
and not like specifically like, not like explicitly breaking.
Well, yeah, obviously,
like,
yeah.
Like, he says like, when you write with a bird, that's called a tweeting, which is not
funny.
No, thank you. But like that type of thing, like things that aren't actually jokes in the context of the movie and only. God, anyway.
I see what you mean.
But I mean, there's not like a lot of that, so it's definitely not awful. And I don't know. There are a lot of sequences I like. I just think like basically the beginning and like the third act. Also, God, like every Disney movie has like a second act, like all hope is lost, and that almost always goes on for like far too long. It's really annoying. But I digress. X-Men and then X2, which I actually watched, I guess later that day. But I didn't watch them back to back. I don't know, honestly, kind of similarly. I like a lot of like the dynamics at play and everything, but I think both of them are a little too long. Obviously, they're dated, but they're not really that dated. I don't think that was one of my biggest problems with it. I think my main problem was, yeah, just they're like too long and somewhat not like anticlimactic exactly, but just that problem all superhero movies have, where once you get to the climax, you're just like, well, I'd rather be watching the first, hour or however long it's been leading up to this point. But I don't know. They're still kind of fun.
Are you going to continue the franchise?
I don't actually know, because I have seen the reboots. I have not seen the Wolverines, which is, I think, probably what I'd watch next. And obviously, like, The Last Stand and most of the Wolverines are widely considered to be, like, awful.
The Days of Future Past is probably my favorite X-Men movie.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember liking it at the time, but, I mean, it was a really long time ago, and I don't remember that much about it. And I think I liked the First Class more, if I'm being honest. But again, like, I have no idea if I stand behind that or not. So I might watch it. I might honestly go a little out of order.
I mean, you've seen New Mutants, or
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've seen some of them. And I think, actually, yeah, right. So when I was watching them, I was like, I haven't seen these before, right? I don't think. But there were like a couple of scenes in each where I was like, wait, maybe I have seen this before. So I don't know. It's possible that I had, but anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not going to continue them like within the next week, but I don't know. Maybe I will. Suburbia, Penelope's Piece, Fearless movie about, punks, I guess, in Southern California. It's not explicitly like they never say like, hey, we're punks. We like punk rock. That's what we do. But I mean, that's sort of the vibe of the movie, and obviously
we're punks and punk rock.
Yeah, I mean, why
we
would
do
they say that? Yeah. It's not like it's called, Punks the movie or whatever.
Punks.
But anyway, it's not.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if it's interesting or good, and I think it's at least a little bit of both. Because it is definitely one of those things where like all of the kids in the gang are like obviously inexperienced and also like intentionally inexperienced. And then like it's almost easy to forget that. But then like a lot of the adults in the movie are like I don't even recognize any of them, but it's just like whenever any of them walk into a scene, it's like, oh, this is clearly someone who's like an experienced actor in at least some sense of the word, especially compared to the kids. But I think that honestly works for sort of like the themes and everything. Oh yeah, and also it's really really interesting because the sort of like the kids aren't exactly sympathetic. Well, I mean they are, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like they commit a lot of horrible acts of violence, sometimes unprovoked, sometimes like totally provoked. They're pretty racist and sexist in a lot of different ways. But like, I don't know, it weirdly sort of draws you in and does make you sympathetic to them. I think because like the sort of not exactly orphan, but like kid with unclear, I don't know, I guess just like living alone sort of. I'm not entirely sure how to say it, but you know what I mean. Where it's like they don't really have parents, they kind of stick with each other. Is always kind of it's always a pretty easy way to make characters at least somewhat sympathetic. And I think it works especially well in this movie. Caged Heat. Wait, did I feel like I watched another Demi movie recently, and maybe I didn't. No, I guess I didn't. Huh. Well, anyway, a Demi movie. This
Crazy Mama. You skipped over that one.
Crazy Mama. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, I guess because the poster looks similar to Sisters. Okay, right. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know. Both of them are pretty bad. Both of them are early Demi. I think one of them is Corman and one of them is technically not, but it has very Corman-y vibes. Where it's just like a few experienced actors, but it's very clear that they had like not a lot of time to work on anything. So there's not necessarily a super high production design, mostly shooting on location. Which I don't know, I guess sort of works in the movie's favors. But also they're just like not good. Like I don't really know what to say. They're definitely not very interesting. And I don't know, like I feel like within the first 20 minutes of each of them, I just kind of like clocked out like pretty gradually. So I don't really know what it is, because I love a lot of later Demi movies, and even a few like that come like within a couple of years after this. But I don't know, those didn't. And then Wendy and Lucy, yeah, Wendy and Lucy, a Kelly Reichardt movie. Definitely my favorite Kelly Reichardt movie thus far, including First Cow. So that's kind of surprising. Yeah, I don't know, and it's really short. It's not as short as Old Joy, which is I think like 70 minutes, and this is 80 minutes. But I don't know. It's just like sort of those, one of those. I guess it's not entirely this, but sort of like your Good Times, where you're like, or Uncut Gems is I guess maybe a better example, where you're just kind of like following one character through a series of like increasingly bad things start happening to them. Although it's not really over the course of one night, it's over the course of a couple of days, and it is mostly during the daylight. So I guess that's kind of like Uncut Gems, honestly. Yeah, so I don't know why I went with Good Time there. But yeah, I don't know. It also feels really sympathetic to Wendy, which I don't necessarily know that a lot of these movies always do, but I don't know. And just like, yeah, I mean, like all the art movies, pretty naturalistic performances, pretty good capturing of both like nature and also like rural towns, landscapes, whatever you want to call that. Like not exactly urbanization, but something kind of close to that. And then Hunger, which I realized actually after the fact that I watched on St. Patrick's Day, completely by accident. And I was like, oh, wow, look at that. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, Hunger. Really good, really, really good, I would say. Love the IRA, probably my favorite terrorist organization. And I think this does a really good job of portraying them. So, I'd say check it out. Right. And it's another one of those famous things, sort of like Ghost Story, where it has like this long shot, although it is a 17-minute long shot, not a like 5-minute shot, of just like a conversation between Fassbender and Liam Cunningham. Yeah, and I don't know, it's honestly really good. It's 17 minutes long. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I definitely want to see some more Steve McQueen. But
yeah, he's great. I mean, I say this about a lot of people, but he's definitely one of my favorite directors.
Steve McQueen's pretty great, actually.
Yeah.
So I know you skipped over it for a reason, but you did not like Her?
Not really. I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. Well, as much as I thought I could, I guess. I figured I was either going to be in the I'm really going to hate this, or I'm going to maybe not like really, really like it, but at least like it a lot. And it wasn't really either of those.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just sort of like a Black Mirror for me, which
it's a movie that
exists.
Is
it like the more you say that, I'm like, but I don't know.
Are you tripping balls right now, bro? No tripping balls.
I like Her. I know Thomas likes Her.
Yeah, I think Her's pretty good.
Oh, of course, yes, of course, Thomas likes Her. Come on. I'm just saying.
Fucking bitch. Minari, it was really good. It was a lot more subtle and still like style or substance, but A24, so you get what you get. I really liked the ending comparatively to Collin. I thought it was fantastic, at least especially the ending set piece, but I even enjoyed the ending itself as well. Fast 5, it was fun. I thought it was the best one by far so far. And then Eyes Wide Shut, which we will talk about
right now.
And yeah, it was pretty good. I don't really have much else to say.
That's it. All right. Well,
yeah.
Join us next time when we. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it a good amount. Just something that kept me entertained, kept me interested, kept me involved, and hey, good last movie, man. You did it. You died. Shouldn't have faked that moon landing.
Did he?
That's for me to know and for you to find out.
Oh wow. You know.
All right.
So then that's all you had to say on it?
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really have much else to just touch on about it. Like that, I thought there was a lot of really good monologues, multiple points.
Like one. Or like one. I mean. Here, pull up the IMDb quotes page. You can read one out loud if you want.
We can act it out.
Oh, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm all right. No, I'm good. Yeah, I don't know. I guess specifically Sidney Pollack's monologue over the billiards table.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I mean, all of them, all three of the main characters, I guess, could have one specific one that you could point out and be like, dang, hey, well acted. Good job.
Yeah. It's a pretty well acted movie. I guess I'll say some bits. This is the second time I've seen some bits.
You want to do bits now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing stand up?
Yeah, I'll do stand up. Eyes wide shut, more like eyes.
Lots of titties.
More like lots of. Yeah, that. Never mind. This is the second time I've seen this, and
me too.
Nice. Sorry, Thomas, you kind of didn't get the second rewatch thing, but I mean, I still very much like it. I think it's a really pretty well paced movie for almost 3 hours. I think the performances are really solid. I mean, the movie looks really good. Those, I don't know what you want to call it, Illuminati sequences are pretty interesting. There's a lot of sex.
Is there though?
True.
I feel like there's not a lot.
No, I mean, yeah, not a lot of sex. Like a lot of.
There's a lot of skin, I should say.
Yeah, sure. I guess like the one scene where he's walking through the party, you see a lot of it in the background.
Yeah, which I feel like. So I got the UCF library DVD, and I could be wrong, but when I first watched this movie back in high school, I thought it was a lot more graphic than this one was. So I don't know if there was like a censored DVD cut or something like that. I don't know. But
I think there was actually.
Pretty fun.
But
yeah,
it's also, or at least there was some sort of. I mean, also it's like a Kubrick film, so there's always a lot of controversy surrounding like the release and everything because he's a very precise person, especially because he died. I think it was like a. Well, would he have wanted it released like this, or would he have wanted to make further changes, or whatever? Right,
yeah. So I may have watched a censored version this time. I don't know. Either way, I still really liked it. It's really dark. It's really interesting. Yeah. There's like that mysterious.
It is pretty dark here.
Surrounding.
Just like After Hours and Good Time.
I can't speak for After Hours, but Good Time, yes.
Well, I mean, dark visually, of course.
Oh, visually. Okay, sure, yeah.
I actually don't think this is that dark thematically, if I'm being completely honest.
No, that's fair, I guess.
I mean,
I
guess it's like
in a sense.
Adults, but I wouldn't
call
call
it
it dark.
Part of the themes could be like falling out of love and cheating and all that. But I mean, I guess mainly human desires.
I think it's a romantic comedy between Cruise and Kidman. I mean, it is though.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I mean.
No, I mean, I don't think that that's fully what I believe, but I don't know. I mean, it does start with them sort of having like serious conversations, and it ends with something that could be interpreted as them, like coming back together. Not necessarily like falling back in love. That's the wrong way to put it. But
I guess I wouldn't call the final. So would you consider like the final line funny? Because I guess
it is. Yes. What are you talking about? Of course, the final line is funny. It's Thomas. Do you not think that's fun? It's just like the entire. Okay, so the entire movie, right? Like everybody is speaking in like very slow, like staccato, very specific, like rhythms where they're all talking like this the entire time. But they are.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you not?
But I wouldn't call it funny per se. I mean, like.
Not the entire movie, but the last line, yes, come on. What? And then it like immediately cuts to like black and like swelling like opera music.
I thought that was
Do you
cool.
honestly not find that funny? Like, this is not me being ironic at all.
I don't
Yeah,
I don't find it funny.
yeah.
I could see how someone could find it funny.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it not funny. I can see why it would be funny.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah,
think
and I mean, you don't
it's a
have to say
good
it's not your
ending
favorite
to it,
joke.
like kind of thematically.
Yes, I think that too. I don't think it I don't think it was going to end differently.
Like I definitely saw it. I was like, wow, if there was one word that it could have ended with, like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I didn't like laugh at it. I was just like, good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good because he can undercut himself while also tying it in thematically. I don't know. I like it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean,
Who started off? Was someone else going to make a point about something? I don't know because I feel like
I may have. I don't really remember.
Okay.
I think I was just gonna say
It was in between the dark part.
dark.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's where we. I think all I was gonna say was that I think its most interesting moments come from its just sort of dissection on adult relationships and like the female versus male perspective of like sexual fantasy and stuff like that. Because I feel like if you really wanted to, you could dive really deep in this movie and pick out a lot, which is kind of what I saw a lot more this time. I don't want to like analyze it because I would drive myself nuts, but yeah, I think it has a lot to say on like just gender in general and sexuality, partnership, that whole dynamic.
Yeah. I think it has a lot more to do with marriage specifically for me.
Right. Yeah.
And anything beyond that is more of a character study into Cruz, at least like personally, and less like a specific or less a general, like gendered. Well, although it kind of, I mean, it's not like I don't see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, Cruz is obviously like the main character of the movie. You stay with him pretty much the entire time. But I feel like when Nicole Kidman's character does come into play, you definitely get a more of her perspective and how that, how Tom Cruise's character perceives that, So I think that helps.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also don't really have a lot to say about this one, especially because I only watched it for the first time like a little less than a year ago. I mean, a little less. Yeah. I guess like 10 months ago. 9? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I think I watched it back in 2017. Wow. Okay, so yeah, it's been a while. And I remember after I watched it for the first time, I was so like caught up in like what does it all mean that I just kind of like spewed out like 4 pages of random thoughts. I don't know where that is now. It might be on my computer still, but
yeah, I'd love to read that.
Yeah, but I like it. I think it's a pretty interesting movie thematically. I like the score. The theme. The theme especially is really really nice. Just the atmosphere it creates and all. The balances of tones too, because I can see where Noah's coming from comedy wise, especially with the like Russian shop owner. All of his scenes are very like not jarringly tonally separate, but they are just kind of like weird a little bit. But.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, Eyes Wide Shut. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
I think Sebastian likes it too.
Oh, did he like it? It's good.
I mean, I think he did. I really don't know. He hasn't like logged it or anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ratings for Eyes Wide Shut.
What do you give it, Thomas?
7 out of 10. I like
7?
7.
I liked it.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm still at an 8. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it a lot, honestly. Like I might be at a 9, but let's go with it.
Yeah.
I think I'm definitely much closer to an 8 than like a 6 too.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so.
And I'm at a solid 8. So yeah, I like what
it.
Sebastian's at, but out of us 3, that's a 7.67.
7. We liked it.
We liked it. Eyes Wide Shut. We liked it.
We liked it.
That should be how we just close on movies now. Either we liked it or we didn't like it.
We liked it. We didn't like it.
We didn't like it. Dang. Well, next time, guys.
Oh no, but okay. So instead of us doing ratings, we all at like count of 3. We all go either we liked it,
We
or
liked it.
we didn't
We
like
didn't
it.
It'll work out great.
So that brings us to our next week's pick. Sebastian had to run to work, but he did tell Noah and I what.
Oh, it's gonna be Justice League.
No.
It is not.
Oh, it should have been Justice League.
Even
It should not have been Justice League.
actually, that would have been hilarious if he. I mean, I'm going to watch it regardless. But anyway, Sebastian's pick for this week. Are you ready, Thomas?
Thomas.
Well, yeah. I was asking because Noah and I already know.
Oh no. Oh, because I was so late.
Yeah. So are you ready or not?
Give me some hints. Let me see if I can guess it.
Okay. Well,
The first word is lake, and it came out in 2008.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I had never heard of this, so I just assumed that you wouldn't have heard
Is
of
it that like documentary that's like supposed to be one of the scariest movies ever? God, what's it called? Oh fuck!
you're on the right track.
I watched a YouTube video about it.
Nope.
It's like all found footage. You mean the first letter of the lake's name?
M.
Shoot. Give me the second letter.
You.
Oh, give me the third letter.
N.
Give me the fourth letter.
G.
Oh, Lake Mungo.
Whoa, we got
That's what I got there.
Yeah, I wasn't going to give you the fifth letter if you had asked.
Oh, well, I was about to ask for the seventh letter, so.
G. But yeah, Lake Mungo. So it's a horror mockumentary found footage film of sorts. I've actually already seen it.
Oh, it's the mockumentary? I thought it was like.
Well, it's like documentary style.
Yeah, but I thought it was
That's
like
what mockumentary means.
real footage that they found or some shit.
Well, I think it might be one of those like integrated,
Yeah.
you know, not like they shot. Well, I don't know. Other than again, what is real footage? I mean, if you're just shooting a forest, that's real footage.
Okay.
With
So
no
isn't
actors.
the one that I was thinking about? I'll have to figure out what that one is, but it's like different lake horror movie. But I think the one that I was thinking about is just like a full documentary about like just some supernatural shit. I have heard of this though, and I've heard it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it. I think I watched it last year, actually. Maybe the year before. I don't know. But yeah, Lake Mungo.
You watched it on January 16th, 2020.
Wow, so it was last year.
Yeah.
Over a year ago. So with that, that's going to wrap up the actual 41st episode of the podcast. And we're going to review Lake Mungo next week. Hey, yeah.
Hey, Lake Mungo.
Lake Mungo. Lake Mungo.
Mungo.